Hey there guys, welcome back to a weapon review video. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a day late or so. I had business stuff to deal with. So, we have a new limited edition weapon in my inventory right now called the Broncos. Now, let me just have a look on the Wikipedia in regards to this. So, it's a 10 gauge dual wielding shotguns, 4 round capacity because, you know, 4 barrels in total, very fast reload speed, average attack speed, high accuracy, and very much the same as any other shotgun, where it is 0% chance to basically correctly hit. You need to be level 25 to equip, and you need to have 50 strength. There's no other proficiencies on this. Now, but on paper, this does look pretty decent in terms of what it is. However, I do believe it is actually weaker than some of the other shotguns in the game. But this one does have a gimmick, and it's massive in terms of grinding in that sense, as the shots do not trigger explosive zombies. Now, I just want to kind of compare us to the Bucktooth Blaster for a second, because I feel as if it's pretty much the exact same weapon, just a bit more firepower, and I've got a sneaky suspicion it's actually Adam Bond that actually created this one and not Clayton. Yeah, so this on paper is actually pretty decent. It doesn't actually have an enhanced knockback, but I feel as if the knockback in this is actually fairly good compared to what I've seen so far. And on my comparison video, it does look pretty decent, which will be coming out at some point after or before this, so just whenever. And it does say enhanced there, so why does it not sit here? Okay, interesting. So just to show, yeah, the kind of way it is, it looks decent for what it is, but I think the best way to try this out is actually in the city, so let's go on to it. So we do have some rumblers to the right, so we'll go deal with them. Again, this will be a mix of no implants versus implants, so you just to get an idea of how it actually all goes. And obviously there are videos to kind of back up how these are exactly. I just want to kind of look at this quickly, see if I get nothing. Okay, it's fine. So I am not even going to go bother going into the courtyards. I'm going to just get these guys to spawn in here. I feel fairly confident with how these are. It is, like I said, a bit weak compared to other shotguns. I feel as if the Cryostorm obviously is better, but that this explosive one is quite key, I think. Now we've got a few bits here, so let's just try. Now bear in mind, I am at negative 18% damage, technically 13, 6, 12 with the shotgun damage here. Now, using this across the map, I think it is kind of evident that the base kind of value of it is quite weak in a sense, but the premise of what they're useful for is good. Like, those green rumblers would normally explode, so it's decent enough for that alone. The lack of kind of mag capacity does hinder it to a certain point, and you kind of expect that for what it is. This save knockback is quite good, so obviously you see stuff is actually getting shot like ragdolled away. Now with actual normal zombies and like Death Roll and Rave Ridge, that does help in a sense. There's no stun chance, which is weird. I do feel as if that's just a little bit weird for what it is, but that's also not at the same time because I'm so used to the Cryostorm could cause some sort of slowness or stagger effect for it. So the one thing I do want to kind of touch upon as well, so the fact that obviously we've got 2 shotguns in a row for events, that really isn't a great idea, and honestly for what it was, it kind of makes both these this Cryostorm and the Dual Broncos kind of worthless in a sense, in terms of being like LE. You would be best spacing them apart, and obviously I'm not a game dev, I'm just a part of somebody who's just a part of the community in that sense, but I do feel as if a lot of people share the same sentiment as me, is the fact that we've had 2 shotguns back by back. The kind of value for these weapons are kind of just like, well, they were cool during Christmas, but now it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? So I'm hoping obviously the next event will be shotgun, because the next event should be Christmas, not Christmas, Easter. Sorry, I'm just kind of finding myself. So I'm hoping it goes a lot better for that kind of aspect, and it's not something that's going to be very out of the way. But just using this around the bunker, you're absolutely fine with just using it as normal, to be honest. It's not going to cause too much issues. It is good for what it is. It does help in the chem plants area of Raven Ridge. It also helps in Death Row and Wasteland because it does expose zombies that don't really do much. It set them off. That's about as useful as they are. Like it's exposing zombies, but it helps with. I personally don't seem I'll have much use out of it. In a sense, I'll go back to my Cryostorm in honesty. But as you can see, like all these ones guys just went flying to the other side there, and it does. Like I said, it would do work for what it is. I think they could be better. Like for example, the fact that, like I said, like the fact obviously they have released shotgun after shotgun here, it kind of just tends to be welcome for me. Like I don't want to be grabbing these shotguns constantly in a sense. Like out of the two I've got right now, I do have a favourite out of them, and don't get me wrong, my shotgun masteries went up by about 0.4% today with how much I've been playing, but the car premise of this is it's maybe like a buckshot car Bronco horsepower kind of thing. Like it's going for obviously horse feet. I don't know if I would have done this. Don't get me wrong, having more dual wielding weapons in the game is cool. I'm waiting for the titanium blades to get the same kind of treatment, but I do feel as if the whole fact obviously it was released shortly after Cryostorm it really does hate it for me. But that being said, the knockback on these are pretty good. The rate of fire is okay. Obviously you got the what you call this supply officer, but you do need to carry a few bits of implants in the background just to make it viable. But if you guys want to get a better idea of what these are like in different areas, watch the video. It's going to be at the end of this really, because that will be linked to the comparison video, and also we have a QRF speedrun as well, which might help with some generalised gameplay at the same time. But don't get me wrong, I do like the fact there's a unique model in the game, but it does look a bit goofy. Actually, I'm looking at that. I'm just trying to look at the barrel and muzzle as well. I mean, I'll be honest, I have mixed opinions. Skill out of 10, I'll probably rate this at 6. I think I've had better. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've got these, let me know what you think about them. If you think they are great, amazing, let me know how much you use them in that sense for your mastery and that, and how much would you get from it. But I think after this video I'm going to be hanging up the old Broncos here, and that'll be it for it. But yeah guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, great time. I shall see you guys later, and goodbye.